Are you looking for a mini extendable tripod for your action camera, phone, or DJI Osmo Pocket 3? If so, I've got a quick recommendation for you. After testing 3 different options, I was really impressed with this one from PGYTech, and in this video I'll show you what I liked about it and share the small but important details that give it an edge over the others I tried. So let me begin by introducing the 3 options I compared. First is the Ulanzi MT-08. This is a very compact and budget-friendly mini tripod that extends just 12 centimeters, which makes it quite similar to the GoPro Shorty, but it has one key difference. It's got a ball joint head, which gives it some more versatility. Next up is the PGYTech CapLock Extension Pole Mini Tripod. This one's a bit pricier, but it offers some significant advantages that I'll be discussing over the course of this video. And finally, this invisible selfie stick that I picked up in a shop here in Japan. I've linked to a similar version from Insta360 in the description. Now technically it's not a mini tripod, but it's pretty compact and you can attach your own tripod legs to it using the tripod thread at the bottom, so I figured it's worth including in the comparison. Now, while these 3 options share common features and the same basic functionality, the devil is in the details. Let's break these differences down bit by bit, starting with the ball joint head. Most action camera grips, like the GoPro Shorty, don't come with a ball joint, and that makes sense. With action cameras, you can simply rotate the camera by loosening the GoPro mount. But when you're using something like a phone or the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, having a ball joint is a huge advantage. It lets you adjust the mounting angle easily when using a standard tripod screw, which gives you more flexibility. Furthermore, both the Ulanzi and PGYTech models have a little notch that come in handy when you want to record with your phone in portrait mode. However, not all ball joints are created equal. The one on the Ulanzi MT-08 was disappointing, since even after tightening it all the way, it could still move if I applied some pressure. On the other hand, the PGYTech Mini Tripod's ball joint was much more solid. Once tightened, it stayed firmly in place with no chance of accidental shifting. Each of these mini tripods comes with an extension pole, but the amount of extension you get varies quite a bit. The Ulanzi MT-08 can extend 12 centimeters, which is good enough for you if you want to fit more of your surroundings into the frame when you're recording yourself, but it doesn't make a huge difference otherwise. The PGYTech Mini Tripod extends a lot further, making it great for capturing high or low angle shots. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned how a longer lever arm, like a selfie stick, can help reduce bobbing in your walking footage, and I found this one performs very well in doing so at full extension. Lastly, the invisible selfie stick extends over a meter, which opens up a whole new range of possibilities. You can get really high angle shots that just aren't possible with the other 2 tripods. Of course, as mini tripods, the stability of the tripod base is a crucial factor. The PGYTech's larger size gives it longer legs, which means it's more stable than the Ulanzi MT-08, especially at the same height. As someone who often takes overhead shots of things on my desk, this was a big deal. With my Osmo Pocket 3 fully overhanging, the PGYTech stayed steady. In fact, I could even extend the tripod to its maximum height without it tipping over. That said, I wouldn't recommend this as it does get close to its tipping point. Instead, I'd suggest raising the tripod by placing it on an elevated surface for some extra stability. The Ulanzi MT-08, on the other hand, struggled here. Its shorter legs just weren't up to the task, and even with no extension, my Osmo Pocket 3 toppled over when mounted in the same way. The invisible selfie stick could be the most stable of the 3 depending on the size of the tripod legs you attach to it. However, it's not ideal for overhead desk shots since it doesn't have a ball joint to adjust the angle easily. Now, one thing that initially bothered me about the PGYTech Mini Tripod was that when you open the legs, part of the extension pole still sticks out, so you can't place it flat on the ground right away. But after comparing it to the Ulanzi's design, it started to make sense why. With the MT-08, Ulanzi avoids this issue by limiting how flat the legs can spread, making sure they're always longer than the pole. But because the PGYTech allows its legs to spread much flatter, it gains far more stability, something that I found to be a worthwhile trade-off. Among these three options, only the PGYTech Mini Tripod comes with a quick release system, which PGYTech call CapLock. If you're using a camera like the Osmo Action 5 Pro or Insta360 Go 3, they already have magnetic mounts, which makes attaching and detaching the camera super easy. But if your camera doesn't have a magnetic mounting system, it can be a real hassle to screw and unscrew it each time. It's in these situations where the CapLock system shines. It speeds up the process. Just unlock, slide your camera out, and then slide it back in and lock it. Plus, since PGYTech uses the same CapLock quick release across many of their accessories, it's easy to switch between gear. It's also worth noting that Ulanzi has its own Go Quick 2 quick release ecosystem for many of its action camera and phone accessories. However, I personally prefer the sleeker, more low-profile CapLock system from PGYTech. And lastly, a feature exclusive to the more premium PGYTech grip is the cold shoe mount, which allows you to attach various accessories. Two obvious examples are a microphone, like the DJI Mic 2 I'm showing here, or an LED light. One thing I really like is that the cold shoe mount can be rotated, making it easy to adjust the orientation of your accessory to suit your needs. When you weigh up all these features, stability, extension, quick release, and the cold shoe mount, it's clear that the PGYTech Mini Tripod stands out as the top choice. While it's a bit more expensive, the added versatility and stability it offers, especially with devices like the Osmo Pocket 3, make it well worth the investment. The Ulanzi MT-08 is an okay budget option if you want something compact and simple, but it fell short in really important areas like stability and ball joint strength. Meanwhile, the invisible selfie stick plus tripod legs combo is great if you want particularly high angle shots or just need the extra reach, but it lacks the flexibility and features that the PGYTech brings to the table. For these reasons, I've really come to like this PGYTech Mini Tripod and would recommend it to those who are looking for a good extendable mini tripod.